So my job today on the Transit Custom is the diesel heater I bought. It's one of these large stand-up diesel heaters. The plan was that with this was to fit it along here, but I'm just not happy with putting it in those down the side here or even the back. You're just not going to get the heat from it correctly. So I've had the idea of breaking this down, putting it underneath the seat unit and tank separate. I was going to keep it and put it in a camper with sort of the bed across the back with a garage underneath, but I've had it a while, so okay, that's it with the cover off. So essentially this bottom unit is the same as one I fitted on a T4 underneath the driver's seat. It's identical. The outlet's at the bottom. I'm taking off the pot rivets there, keeping the plate, and you've got the inlet and outlet there which will go through the floor. All of the wiring is the same. The pump there will be secured to the side here, and the tank will be separate and ratchet strapped down to the other side of it. It'll be useful when you fill up. Just lift the passenger seat area here and the diesel tank will be just there. So as you're filling off, then half a litre into the tank there. Obviously the jack will be moved, and these are the pipes that I'll use. That's the exhaust, that's the inlet filter there. The rest are off another fitment that I did. I'll just keep them in case I need them. Okay, that's the area cleaned out. I'd worked out even cutting, well, I'm going to have to cut the section here back to the floor, insulation etc, get back to the bare metal. Or even going back to the bare metal up to here, even coming across the front, it just wasn't enough height. Taking the base off, taking the handles off, just wouldn't go. So yeah, break it down. Heater here, tank there. And the feed for this, that's 12 volts. Obviously on this unit it's at the back there. So use the wiring across through with everything else behind the top there into the fuse board there, and it'll be switchable. And the control unit there on the front, same again, extend the wiring, put it with this on the front there, so you'll have it switchable and controllable from the side panel here. Front unit either drop down, depending on where it fits. If I can get it to sort of raise up to here on a something that'll hold the door open basically. I think drop down it'll be too close to the heat outlet. Try and get that to go from here up. That'll be good. I think normally on a Transit Custom there is something here. Looking at that, there would be some sort of plastic cowl or something there. Anyway, I'm going to do it in 15mm, cover it, T-trim the edge basically with the standard low DC fix on it. Lift it up to get to your diesel heater. Okay, that's the unit ripped apart or carefully dissected. The cover, I'll take these handles off, keep those. These clips could come in useful. We've got the fuel container there, that looks 2 litres maybe, top. Seal on that. The heater itself, the electric's going to the pump. 12 volt supply will go into this. Fuel into fuel tank. That'll need adjusting. And I think I'm going to keep the brackets as is and use silicone high temp sealer on the bottom as normal there. I'm going to drill pretty much exact holes. Maybe, I think I've worked out this is 26/7, so I'll do a 30. And where the pipes go, really unusual. don't think there's going to be any gases come back in. Basically that will go flat, obviously flat there. Hang on, camera turn. That'll go there, secured in when the insulation is dropped. Pump on the side of this and the fuel tank next to it. That's ready to go in. The exhaust on, the fuel inlet. What I do with these, put that small piece on first, because underneath it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to connect a Jubilee clip to this end than that end. Same with the inlet. This gasket seal, I'll put some gasket seal on the inside of that, holding the floor. And with these Transit Customs, there's a grommet, there's two actual factory grommets. You can take one out, put the pipe through the centre. What I'll do then is I'll route the fuel pipe in front of the floor insulation here to the tank, which is going to be roughly there. I need to move the pump to this front section or somewhere else, as the unit's going to end up too close to this side panel. So drop the heater in now and secure from the bottom. Okay, plan B, as ever with these things. So the plate won't go over from underneath with the Jubilee clips on. So I've put that on because that'll be awkward. Again, fit fuel pipe through, and I think, yeah, bracket on, do up, and the Jubilee clips can come further up here halfway to clear these and everything else, the plate. So got that as plan B. That's the underside done with the fuel going in, air inlet there, and the exhaust coming out to the side here. May reposition those, but as of now that looks good. That's the heater in place on the inside, wire in there for the fuel pump, fuel line coming from the back here. That'll go that way into the fuel tank, which will be decided that it go that way or the other way, but pretty much about there, possibly with the fuel pump mounted between or to the front section here. I think that's the only options with that, or even onto this side insulation, as long as it's got the angle to pump the fuel. I like to be at a 45-degree angle, no, 15 to 25-degree angle to pump the fuel. But yeah, that's it so far. That's it, that's the heater in. Fuel line there coming through the grommet in the floor to the pump. Put a bit of rubber against the seat frame there. The pump's there mounted on its rubber mount. Inline fuel filter. And the hose going to the tank, secured against the frame there. I'm just waiting on the harness for the tank there. I've got something to sort of locate it, probably into the insulation there, and then ratcheted down so that's totally secure. And then actually, yeah, the negative will be earthed in the frame here, positive, and the control unit will go to the side there. So when you're fueling up, top off, fuel into your reservoir there for the diesel heater, and on the front here I'm probably just going to do a similar to the cabinets, a magnetic click on, take off, move out of the way while the diesel heater's on, put back. Also here there's just a bit of this that I've cut off there at the moment, so I'm putting a black heat, like a solder pad or something there, just to keep the heat away. I think there's not enough room to lift there wasn't enough room to go forward there basically any further, so providing that there's something there heat resistant across and down to maybe here, that's all good, and the tank will be far enough away.